Welcome. This week we're going to be listening to Chris and Lacy Wolff out of Texas. They are going to be doing a section on energy management and Stoicism. And I heard Stoicism, but my brain heard Stoic. And I thought, whoa, that's not the tools that we want, where we all of a sudden are not dealing with the hard times. So trust me, listen to what they have to say. They are going to bring us the tools that are going to help us learn to navigate these days, great takeaways. And most definitely one of those takeaways is gratitude.
We're Chris and Lacy Wolff, and we are a first responder family. We live in Pflugerville, Texas, just outside of Austin. And we've been doing resiliency training going back to our days working for the military from 2003. And we are just thrilled to have the opportunity to be a part of this initiative to help support officers. We're going to be talking about energy management today. And this is a topic that I think everybody wants more energy, right? Everybody says, I need more energy. And especially in 2020, we're going through so much right now. This is something that is very, very important, especially for our first responders.
And if you know Cindy, she's the one that gave us the analogy of 2020 being like a wildland fire. You know, it's big, hundreds of thousands of acres. It's not something that you can leave and get a Gatorade and some beef jerky and then come back to. 2020 is like that. There's no getting out of it. There's no going on vacation to escape it. We're just going to have to deal with what's in front of us and try to harness our energy and use it as best we can.
Yeah, and it really comes back to endurance. How can we endure all of these hardships, all of these struggles? And Marcus Aurelius said, if you're distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment, meaning you have the power to change how you see the world. You have the power to change your mindset.
Marcus Aurelius was one of the most famous Stoics. And we're going to talk a lot about Stoicism in this presentation for energy conservation. It's a philosophy that goes back to Greece from 300 BC, and it's based on logic. And by that logic, if there's something that you can control and you want to change, you take direct action and change it. Vice versa, if there's something that's outside of your span of control, you're just burning your energy trying to worry about it. So logically, we put it aside and use our energy towards more useful pursuits.
Yeah, so when you think about Stoicism, we talk a lot about externals and internals. So we'll just go over what examples of externals may be. One is the weather. We don't have control over the weather. This is like wintertime.
I'm a firefighter in Texas. People love to complain about the heat. You decide to be a fireman, you decide to do it in Texas. It's going to be hot. We're going to sweat every day. If you're in Seattle, you probably know people that complain about the rain. You know, you live in Seattle, you can burn energy worrying about it, or you can get on with your day.
Get an umbrella, right? Another thing that's sucking a lot of energy is politics right now. We're very divided in many, many ways. And when you read the words on this slide right here, you may feel some emotion starting to be evoked. That's a good sign that those things are draining energy. What we have control over is whether or not we vote. We can get involved in local politics, but worrying about things that are beyond that is really just a huge drain and is so common right now because we kind of get sucked into it.
So protesters and rioters, this is where absolutely, if you're on duty, I want you out there on that line defending our community and our loved ones from these people. But vice versa, if you're off duty, you know, we need you recharging. You don't need to be worrying about this. You don't need to be watching this on the news. You need to be spending time with your loved one because guess what? You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I need you back on duty then tomorrow on that line.
Yeah.
And so you need to do everything you can to conserve energy.
Yeah, ruminating on those things that we have no control over. And then a last external that I wanted to talk about, and there's tons of externals we could think about. It's a huge bucket, but social media. My gosh, if you're on social media, you probably have those people that you read something that they posted and you start to feel a negative energy. That's energy being depleted. Just like your cell phone batteries being depleted, social media will deplete you real fast if you don't get rid of those people in your life that are creating negativity. You gotta hide them, snooze them. You don't have to unfriend them. Just put them out of your sight for a little while, especially while things are so hard. And be there to connect with people you care about, to look at your nieces and nephews, to look at the pictures of places people have been, to inspire you, but not just to get sucked into a negative debate over politics.
So we've got emotions that give us energy and emotions that take away energy. So if you look at the right-hand side of your screen, hate, shame, guilt, especially if you're feeling shame about what your job is, and you're a community that doesn't like law enforcement, that's going to be a huge negative drain. You got to look at the left side. You got to remember why you got into this job. You got to take pride, and take empathy on the people that you're out there with. And you got to know that the nation is behind you. We're proud of you. We support you. Focus on the emotions that give you energy, not the ones that take it away.
Yeah. And so when we think about the internals, when it comes to Stoicism, internals being things that you can control, just a few examples. We want to start with what gives me energy. And for every person, that's going to be different. Chris likes to read a book. I like to do yoga. We're all different in what gives us energy. But for most people, being outside gives energy.
We're humans, right? We evolved over hundreds of thousands of years outside. Only in the last couple hundred have we been stuck inside, and only in the last few decades have we been stuck in cars like we are today. When you get outside, even if it's just to take a 5-minute walk, you're going to be happier. You're going to have more energy.
Yeah. And being with people you love, when you're off duty, getting away from social media, getting off of the things that are going to be draining your battery, and moving toward those people and actually spending quality time coming up with activities that you can do with them that are going to give you that positivity.
Mm-hmm. And exercise. So much research is out there right now about exercise. They're still doing it. We all know that if you exercise, you get energy. And I hear it all the time, like, oh, I don't have enough energy to work out right now. Had a really hard day. Drop what you're doing, get out there and start exercising, because even 10 minutes is going to give you more energy.
It's going to give you more energy, and then you're going to sleep better, which is going to even give you more energy. And so these things are very cyclical in nature. Release the energy with the exercise, sleep better, and then continue on that pattern, and that's going to bring you to the right side. And then we wanted to leave you with this one idea, this one thought. When you are feeling yourself sort of getting sucked down in the negativity of 2020, which is so difficult. What we're talking about is simple, but it doesn't mean it's easy. Interrupt anxiety with gratitude. This feeling of thankfulness and connecting to something that you care about will immediately stop the negativity in its tracks. So it will make you, it will change your hormones, it will change your brain.
Tell them the Helen Keller quote.
Yeah, Helen Keller quote, she said, I complained about not having shoes until I met a man with no feet. And so it's just this idea that we can always find something to be grateful for, and that's a practice. The more we practice it, the more it becomes who we are, and that is the ultimate Stoic philosophy. So.
All right. So if you're listening out there, thank you so much for everything you do. Just know that there's the whole nation, millions of people behind you, and proud of what you're doing up there.
Yeah, thank you so much. Know that we care about you, and we're behind you, and we wish you all the best.
Hi everyone, Tracy here. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more videos on the Behind the Badge Foundation Law Enforcement Family Network Flashlight Series. You can also learn more about Behind the Badge Foundation on our website, Facebook, and Instagram pages at behindthebadgefoundation.org. Thank you for joining us and finding our together.